Hello, my name is Doug Mosbar. Since, well, as far back as I can remember, I've been working on farms. I started on our family farm in Yakima, Washington, and now I farm hay, squash, flowers, pumpkins, and raise cattle in Saint Ynez. Many people think incorrectly that farming is done by large corporations. Here in California, most farms are run by dedicated families facing tremendous challenges. But whether you have one employee or hundreds, all good farming businesses share one vital characteristic. Their top priority is the health and well-being of their people. This safety video is an excellent tool in the ongoing effort to make our workplaces safer. But it is only a tool. I hope it will lead you to discuss safety and how to improve the work practices at your farm or ranch. You need to be an active participant. Working together, we can achieve success in our safety efforts, so we can always provide for our families and continue working in this great industry.
I arrived safely at the job site because I kept my mind on the job at hand, which was driving. Did you know that one of the most dangerous parts of a job is just simply getting there?
Safety belts are the single most effective occupant protection device in vehicles. When safety belts are used, the risk of fatal injury to front seat passenger car occupants is reduced by 45%. For maximum protection, safety belts should be fastened before traveling any distance or speed. 75% of crash deaths and injuries occur within 25 miles of home. More than half of all injury-producing motor vehicle crashes involve low speeds under 40 miles an hour. Motorists are 25 times more likely to be killed or seriously injured when they are thrown clear than when they remain inside the vehicle. Many families have been devastated when they learn that a simple seatbelt would have very likely kept their son or daughter alive. Remember, one small click can make all the difference in your life. Before you begin a task, driving a tractor or other machinery, inspect the area where you will be working. Make a mental note of the location of all holes, ditches, boulders, and other problems. Watch your surroundings and make sure that other vehicles and workers see you. Know the type of equipment you're operating and the characteristics of the vehicle.
We always like to make sure that all of our employees understand, drive slowly for the conditions, and whatever the conditions are, make sure that your speed is adjusted to that, and always be prepared to get your foot on the clutch and to put the tractor into neutral if need be, if you get into trouble, because a lot of times things can surprise you. But it's very important to always be looking ahead and looking back quickly to see what's going on behind you. You always want to know what the piece of equipment you're operating, whether it's a harvester, whether it's a mower, or whatever it is that you're utilizing, to make sure that things are okay behind you, but you want to do that very quickly so that you also know what's coming up in front of you. And if you're looking back, a lot of times you could have a limb hit you and pull you off before you can really realize it and adjust to that and try to protect yourself.
When operating equipment down orchard rows, pay attention and watch for low-hanging branches or other hazards.
Also, whenever you use power tools or powered pruning equipment, wearing eye protection is critical. It only takes a second to take out an eye. There are many specialized types of machinery and vehicles operating in orchards. Drivers have a limited view, so make sure to stay clear of their driving area. Shift into low gear before driving on steep terrain and stay in low. A rollover protective structure, or ROPS, is your first line of defense against many types of accidents. But even the best ROP system will not help you if you forget to use your seatbelt. When using a tractor set up for orchard use without a ROPS, don't use your safety belt. Another common hazard in almost every orchard is the presence of power transmission lines. Whether driving machinery or using hand tools, be aware of your surroundings and always keep a safe distance from the power lines.
My name's Jose Rios. I'm a major account rep for Pacific Gas and Electric Company. I've been a 23-year employee for the company. I think the most important thing you need to know about power poles and lines is that you have to assume that they're always energized, and that the distances are a lot shorter than you think they are. Often people think that lines are so far up that no one's ever going to touch them. Quite the contrary. It becomes all too frequent and all too fatal when people come into contact with power lines, just simply because they're not paying attention to the poles and the distances from the ground.
Each year before we bring our growers out to start pruning, we make sure and go over, the safety procedures that they need to go through in the machine. One of the first things we tell them is to look out for overhead wires. One of the most important things is when we're in pruning towers that go up to 20-25 feet. A lot of times through orchards you have irrigation pumps and the like, and we like to make sure that they're always looking overhead, always cognizant of what's around them, if there's any power lines, even telephone lines. Treat everything as if it's a power line.
In the event that you need to de-energize a power line, your best way is to call your local power company. In our case, it would be Pacific Gas and Electric. If it's a situation where it is an emergency where the power line is on the ground, you have two options. You can call your local power company or you can call 911. But for safety purposes, you should always assume that it's still a live wire.
Modern pruning machinery is extremely powerful and efficient. Stay well away from the area to avoid being struck by falling branches, debris, or the equipment itself.